Welcome to this segment of Soul, Silence, and Sound. This is brought to you by BeSimply.
Stars, trees, clouds, and the moon. They all have a meaning and they look just like you.
This is a lunar segment brought to you by BeSimply. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here in this moment as we enter into our next lunar cycle. And it's a good time to create a pause just to note how you rounded out the last lunar cycle, the past week, what was present, and then even over what's risen up over these past few days. Gives you an indicator of what you're ready to work with as we move into this new cycle. And with this practice of really taking time to go inward and listen for self, sometimes it gets difficult when you have all the outside world pushing and pulling in all different directions. And that can sometimes prevent you from, one, holding center, and then number two, for really listening from that sweet, humble spot from within. And in this lunar cycle, as we are, as a collective humanity, continuing to witness, observe, and see, and from a meditative lens, that observer is so important because it allows that what needs to be seen to continue to be visible. And the more people that observe, again, this isn't having to take overt action, it's just seeing it. And when people realize what is being seen, then it can come into a level of transformation for the benefit of all. And how this relates on a macro level to a micro level is when on a macro level people see something for what it is. Let's say it's a large company that operates a certain way, and maybe years, decades ago, they could hide some of their practices, and no longer can anyone ignore those practices. So the more people that see it, then they shift, they want to observe it, and then they shift their action, maybe not relying on that company or that service and so forth. And we're seeing a lot of this push-pull, especially as it relates to technology. It appears because most people don't realize how much mind control has been implicated on humanity at large through the ether. And we're in this time of the year in Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, we're working with the ether. And that ether is that sticky stuff. It's what transmits that file out into thin air and from one phone to the next. It's the transporter. And so long ago, the ether was used in different ways because perceptually there wasn't a technology to transmit and to control the masses. And right now, as consciousness has and will continue to awaken, the spells that have been implicated on humanity at large are breaking down because more people are observing them. And no different on a micro level if you're maybe not aware of a person that you're engaging with, and maybe they have misled you, maybe it's a relationship that went wrong, and as soon as maybe your group of friends witnesses it with you, you start to see what is. And so this is what we're going through on a macro level. We're really starting to observe more and more and more. And then from there, from that observation, we can take clear action in our microcosms from within to the outside world. And that's how this dynamic flow of energy can continue to shift. And as mentioned with the technology, it's clear that they thought that they could put the technology in all of our hands and then really be upfront and in our face with controlling the mind and the body and your biosphere through the ether. And, people say, I need to have a cord. Well, it's everywhere. So a cord's not going to change that transmission. However, your consciousness and your awareness of what you're going to allow into your biofield is yours. So what this means in this moment, as you're entering into this new moon, is to really anchor in to your field, to your own field. And that listening for self is very unique to you. And on your eternal path, it has nothing to do with what is popular, trending, where groupthink occurs. It really is quite the opposite. And when you notice, people are repeating sound bites, that's a time to like pull back and kind of analyze and walk around it in all directions to see how it relates to you and how it relates to your great work and how you are here to be of service to yourself and others. Ultimately, that's why we're here. We're not here to cause harm. We're not here to cause violence. We're not here to HATE anyone. We're here really to help one another and support one another. And the beautiful thing is there's so many great things to be passionate about, and there's so many great things to help around. And so if inspired, that could be your lead point, especially into this lunar cycle, which is really, in the fall and spring, there's a dynamic force that can create dissonance and make it feel overwhelming emotionally to hold center. And then if you like working with the energy of humility, a humble heart, this is where you can listen a little deeper. You can see things that maybe you didn't see, and you can observe them from within. And if we work in a present moment, because really the past doesn't exist anymore, it has an impression that, the karma will ripen and we'll get a chance to reconcile that. But in the present moment, we have the opportunity to hold full presence and sit with whatever arrives internally. And then as we process and make peace with whatever's arriving or build upon and create with that energy, then whatever arrives on the outside will be better equipped to navigate it. And that's that, from a Taoist perspective, that ability to surf. It's when we have our own internal attachments or unresolved wounds and expectations, external and internal, that things can get a little wavy gravy from inside out. So the key as we enter this moment is to really practice that center point. And that's that beautiful thing is if we stay in the most present, like right now, you're listening to me. And if you're aware, you have a surrounding wherever you are, and you have my voice, and it's having an impression on you. That's the most present moment. And if you just keep it to that in every moment, whatever's in front of you, I've talked about this before, and stay right there, then you start to see what you have to work with. It's like a painter at the canvas. They have maybe, a palette of paints, and maybe they don't have all the colors, but they have primary and secondary colors to create tertiary colors and so many more colors based on what they have to work with. And if you practice that on a daily basis, it's not always going to be easy, but that holding center will really help you come back when you need to, when you feel the dissonance within, and being like, okay, come back and what's in front of me to focus on. And this moment for all of us as a collective humanity is so important, because it's rather humbling in the sense of what our lineage has built. We co-created this reality, and the nemesis in our world screenplay are there to actually inspire that change, because maybe such ridiculousness. We've outgrown wars, we've outgrown violence, we've outgrown HATE. The consciousness is ready to move up into a vibratory frequency of love and move into a mastery of creation, divine creation. And that happens from the heart center. But when we're in a dualistic push-pull, tug-of-war, a lot of dissonance happens and a lot of emotions upheaval. And this is also why the creationary energy, not only from the divine energy that holds us at the heart, but also the divine energy of creation at the sacral. This is a very sacred space of energy that has nothing to do with procreation. As I've mentioned in the past, it's a sacred energy that helps feed the mastery from the roots up. And from above, we get the energy that comes within our system because we're this oscillating force that is able to gather and work with all these infeeds. The key factor is that when one moves out of the suffering and the grasping and all of that, then there's a little bit more freedom there. Now, I will say, because of where we're at, holding that field is not easy right now because we have a lot of things that are pulling at us to transform and take care of. It doesn't mean we don't take care of them, but it's really to keep on lifting one's own energy into that heart space and move beyond the uncomfortable emotions and move into the equanimity, the compassion, the love. And not the love, the romantic love, but the divine love, the bliss. That frequency is there to hold and really transcends duality. And so this nuance that seems to be coming up right now is really important, because the nuance of holding a frequency where mastery can be met, amazing prose, insight towards something scientifically based or agriculturally based or anything really, to hold that frequency, to really feel the infeed of that, requires the letting go. And that's what we're inspired to do in the fall. Sometimes people get a sense of this divinity and they feel maybe that they know that they can act in a certain way or be in a certain way, which might be intertwined in suffering. And suffering is anything that causes us internal or external disharmony, dis-ease. And that's how we know, okay, I'm not there because I have this disharmony within. And how do I resolve it and keep staying in this stream, this love divine stream? And then when I pop out of it, I'll know, and then I pop myself back up in it. So that's what's available. But sometimes what happens is when we're feel like we have an entitlement or a need to be or do or say or whatever it is, then that grasping comes in and it pops us out. Just because we have the intellectual idea of what it means to be in the divine, doesn't mean that we're holding that resonance. And it doesn't mean that any of us are to be perfect at it. Really, you won't be here anymore once you transcend that. You won't be in human density. But for the practicality of what's happening for our collective vibrational frequency is that we are popping up to a level where certain things just can't exist there. So anything that we grasp for, so that can be a clue for yourself, anything we grasp at or we want to prove or we want to wrestle with, any of those things, attachments to past, attachments to future, all of those things drop us out of what's all around us. And meaning that it's kind of like someone has a beautiful meal for you, but you're like, nope, I don't want it. Nope, I don't want it. Nope, I don't want it. We keep pushing it away. And so two things happens when we start pushing those things away is, one, the solutions that are needed to reconcile the many things that are going on planet Earth get encumbered because there's this righteousness around how to do it, and this is good and this is bad and all those things. But the swift action comes in when the frequency of love is held there. And that's when the miracles happen. The wonderment happens when we hold that frequency. And so what will happen sometimes when people are in their righteousness or in their judgment or whatever it is, they can have a belief that it has to be the exact way that they perceive it. And that can muddy the waters. The good news is we keep oscillating, we keep spinning. There's no limit as far as time and energy. Your energy continues through infinity, through Buzz Lightyear, to infinity and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear said. So you have that to work with. And I would say the key threshold for you that are listening to this is that one, you're being afforded an opportunity to practice holding your center. Number two, to meet whatever might be pushing you one way or the other. And it doesn't necessarily have to be negative. It could be positive, but it might be pushing you maybe to be a greater athlete or a better just human in general here on planet Earth, whatever it might be. If you meet that steadfastness of presence, holding center with humility, you will have a much more effortless time staying in divine love. And this return of the cosmic mother and these celestial bodies that are coming to help us to hold that resonance are there to support you. And it's your choice if you want to be supported or not. And so it's kind of like, do I want to be in the spin cycle or do I want to be grounded? And a lot of right now, compassion needs to go out for self and others, because everyone's in this and everyone is being asked to do some deep, deep ancestral healing, because we collectively have created the manifestation of this moment with the vision that we will be able to hold center. And for those that choose, can move beyond, meaning moving beyond into a place of mastery and anchoring that in as we anchor in this new era, irregardless of what your media feeds tell you, your news feeds tell you. The ether, if you spend time listening to it, is guiding us and supporting us. And interesting enough, in Chinese medicine, they at some point labeled the ether as metal, but really in Ayurveda held it a little bit more. It's the alchemical, maybe that's why they put metal in there, but it's really the sticky stuff that transport. And if you think about divine love, it's the sticky stuff that pulls us together to join together, to break bread, to laugh, to love, to have common fellowship. And really, it's very just so simple. It's like a mother with her child when it's born. There's a simple divine experience of love right in that moment that doesn't require anything other than the presence and sipping it up. And so this is an exciting time. And so as we go into the meditation, I just welcome you to dip into your heart. And as inspired, think about getting acquainted with a humble heart, we'll call it, and to practice holding your center, irregardless of what's happening in and around you. So with that being said, I welcome you to come up into an upright seated position. Pull that spine up, 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 up. And then take a nice gentle breath in. And exhale out. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale.
Circle in the sun. Circle in the sun. Circle in the sun. circle in the sun.
gently from there, I welcome you to gently lean back and recline or move fully into Shavasana, a prone position on your back with your palms facing upward as we transition into receiving sound. As you settle in, just take a nice gentle breath into the heart and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. And then continue to follow your natural breathing pattern. Ano ani ai
ane ye ani om, ane ye ani om, no no ani ai, ane ye ani lam, ano ani ai, ane ye ani ram, ane ye ani ram.
Taking a soft, gentle breath in and out of your heart center. Gently breathing in and out. Again, inhale. And exhale. Good. One more inhale. And exhale. And as you continue to breathe in and out, just welcome you to take a moment when you're ready to come up into an upright seated position, gently lifting your head and pulling that spine up again, and then dropping your shoulders down, gently breathing in and out. And as you continue to breathe, welcoming you just to take a moment to express silent gratitude for all aspects of self. And then gently from there, sending out to a person, place, or a group of people some love, compassion, gratitude where you feel it might be welcomed. Good. And then gently from there, just welcome you to sit with what you're observing from within. It's easy for any of us to see things outside of ourselves. And it's good to listen, definitely, when people reflect things, so you can take that in and process it as you wish. But most importantly, especially around the lunar, new moon and full moon, it's about a deep listening for self. And so I encourage you to observe with a soft, humble heart. And from there, to really see how you would like to hold center. And so those two will help you hold that center point and keep you in that field of divine love. And trust in this process right now, especially in fall. This is a let go invitation. And the same happens in the spring, because new things are sprouting up. Things fall away, and then new things are birthed. And right now, that which is ready to be released, let it fall, let go. Hold a soft, humble heart with full awareness and presence. Really anchoring yourself in the center space. With that being said, I want to thank you all for being here in this moment. I want to thank Kadri Scott, Dante Marino, and Random Rav for your contributions. And until next time, we're going to exit out with little Kadri Scott, Fields of Flowers. This is Suzanne signing out with a full heart, a soft gaze, a deep bow, and a namaste.
Feel on me makes me feel